So we're going to discuss a quad dominant step up. So the difference between a hip dominant step up and a quad dominant step up is going to be how Katie loads the hips. So in the hip dominant, she would sit back to load the hip. In the quad dominant, she's going to have more of a vertical torso angle and step straight down. So starting with the position, we're going to have Katie placing this left foot over onto the step. We want to pay attention again to the angle of the knee and the hip. So we don't want to be transitioning the hip too far side, which then causes the femur or the leg to face inside. We want to make sure that the hip, knee and ankle are stacked on top of each other, and she's got good distribution through her feet, through the ball, the outside where the pinky toe is, and through the heel. So in this position, Katie's going to create that relationship between the pelvis and the rib cage, so tucking the pelvis under. She's going to reach out in front of her, and we're going to make sure that she's squared the hip so that the hip's not facing outside. So we're going to bring that around. What you'll tend to find is if you try to bring the hip around, often the knee then wants to follow. So we want to use the adductor to keep that position as we close that hip angle and make sure that it's facing directly forward. From here, Katie's going to put her weight through that front foot, making sure that she's got good tension all the way through. When she's ready, she's going to create that tension and she's going to push that left foot down into the floor, bringing herself up onto the step. Good. From here, she's going to slowly lower herself back down, ensuring that she keeps control. A critical part here is looking at the relationship between both sides of the pelvis. So as Katie steps up again, we want to make sure that as she transitions and lowers, that one side of the pelvis doesn't drop. In this case, it would be the right-hand side. So as Katie lowers herself down, we want to make sure that this line stays level. And again, one more rep. Beautiful.